Hi, everybody. We are so excited to be celebrating with you today for the first anniversary of our podcast launch, the Coaching Crowd podcast.
Yeah, I think the weather was actually similar a year ago on a rainy, drizzly day in Bristol and in Devon when I drove down to Joe's house to share the day of releasing our podcast. And I don't know whether we thought we would still be where we are today with the podcast. I think we are number 6 in the careers chart still. We've never come out of that chart, and we have consistently ranked above the top 200 in the business charts on Apple as well, and we're close to 10,000 downloads a month, which is just like simply incredible and blows our mind. And we hear so many stories in our Coaching Crowd Facebook group where we have other trainers using our podcast as pre-work for their course. We've got people binge watching or binge listening to the podcast, to get through the episodes, and we get so much feedback. So we are simply filled with gratitude today as we celebrate this milestone with you.
Yes, and so we want to celebrate by offering 2 different giveaways. So one is a month's access to our Coaching Crowd Business Lounge. And our Coaching Crowd Business Lounge is a really special space. It's for coaches only that are looking to either set up or to develop a successful and sustainable coaching business. So we have expert speakers in there every month. Zoe and I are in there doing a live Q&A to pick our brains of all things to do with running a coaching business. And we have a wonderfully supportive community where you can pick all the community's brains about what things that they're doing, whether they're launching a coaching app or they are running a masterclass or they're launching a group program and all the things in between. So part 1 of the giveaway is a month's access to that with all of the library of all of the expert speakers we've ever had in there. And the second, the other thing we're giving away today, or within the next 24 hours, is our Consistent Clients Masterclass that was extremely popular last year. It comes with resources to support the masterclass so that you can put that learning straight away into action to grow and develop your coaching business.
Yeah, and the purpose of our giveaway is to help to spread the love of the podcast. So we know those of you that have found it, avid listeners, and when we hear people finding it, they're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I've only just come across your podcast. And so you can help us to give the gift of learning to others by paying it forward and sharing in this giveaway. So the way that you enter is simply to go and listen to the podcast, to rate and review the podcast. And as you're writing your review for the podcast, take a screenshot and come and share it in the Coaching Crowd group if you're on Facebook, or share it on LinkedIn if that is your native platform, and tag us, or on Instagram and tag @the Coaching Crowd. And then we will collate all of the entries and we'll announce the winners tomorrow at around 12:45. So we hope that is something you will join us in as we spend today filled with gratitude and celebrating what the last year has brought through the podcast.
And if you want to get more information about what the Business Lounge is, to see if that's something that you want to be part of and what it is that we're giving away, then you can find more details about that at www.igcompany.co.uk/lounge.
Yeah. So for now, we would love for you to head over to the podcast. You can find us on Apple and Spotify and all your usual listening channels, but I believe you can only review on Apple and now Spotify, which wasn't the case a year ago. We were directing people to Apple last year, but I believe Spotify now have a place to review. If you've already reviewed the podcast, because we know many of you who are listening will have done, then please write a post and just share something that you love about the podcast or your favorite episode, and take a screenshot of that and share that through your social channels, and then come and post a copy of that, as we said, in the Coaching Crowd group or elsewhere on your socials, and tag us.
It makes such a difference to us to read the reviews or read the comments across socials, because Zoe and I sit down every month, we batch record for a whole day. We look at all of the comments and the threads in our coaching communities, the coaching crowd, or things that we see in our other spaces. And we use that as inspiration for what we think that our listeners would enjoy listening to. And we also obviously regularly ask you, what would you like us to record a session on? So please continue to do that. We produce it it costs us money, but we produce it for free because we don't want money to be a barrier to developing coaching skills. We think it's really important that as many people as possible can develop coaching skills, and if they want to train as coaches, obviously on our paid programs. But for us, the book and the podcast and our free communities are really important for us to be able to support as many people as possible to train as high quality, or develop skills as high quality ethical coaches.
Absolutely. So look out for us today. We'll be popping up around your social channels, and do get your entries into our giveaway by 12 o'clock tomorrow, so we have time to collate, and we'll be looking forward to reading and celebrating with you throughout the day.
Cannot wait to be able to announce who's going to be joining our business lounge and who's going to get access to that brilliant masterclass of consistent clients with all of the resources that go with it. So have a great day. Can't wait to see who's going to tag us and what your reviews are going to say. We really appreciate you taking the time to be part of our community and continuing to support us with the inspiration to keep producing the podcast. So have a great day, everybody. We will see you soon.
Take care. Bye-bye.